Hi, and welcome to another conversation with ASTD. I'm Kristen Fife-Mills, Senior Manager of Communications for ASTD, and joining me today is Ashley McDonald, who is our Manager for ASTD Press, our imprint, our publishing arm for ASTD. Thank you for taking time out.
Oh, you're welcome.
Of your editing duties. ASTD Press publishes a lot of books. We've been doing it for a long time. You're going to give us a little bit of history, but not just books. So we also do the series called InfoLine, which is a focused job aid publication that's honed to one topic, and talk a little bit about how kind of authors come in through the door sometimes by writing info lines. So I wanted to make that clear at the outset because it's more than just books, although we do a lot of books, and we've been doing it for a long time.
Yes, we have. We've been publishing books for many, many years. We have over 600 titles that we've published in our backlist. Right now we probably average about 20 to 25 a year, and yeah, we have a lot of content out there. InfoLine is monthly, so we usually do one a month, and then sometimes bonus issues as well.
And we do them not only in the traditional book form, but we are also we are in the modern age with digital offers.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the kind of the history of ASTD Press and where we're going in the future.
Well, the history was typically, we're focused on the print books, and now we're really trying to open up so that we're including that huge digital market. So many people just want things immediately and have access to them everywhere they go. So we make just straight PDF ebooks of all of our titles in addition to the print, and that's something you could read on your computer or take on your tablet. We also do the EPUBs, special for Kindle, iPad, all the other e-readers. We format those so that they operate well on those devices, and it's really helped us expand. What part of how we've also grown is to expand our reach worldwide. We really have distributors all over the world that are selling our books, and we also do a lot of translations. Here's our leadership handbook that has been translated, and this is just one of the many titles that we've done.
Languages, I think, include, I know we've done some Spanish books, Chinese, Korean, Japanese. So in talking about taking the content out to the world and talking to them in the language that they understand, we're really committed to that.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
And we've also, I know we've done at least one, Managing Incompetence, which is a book written in a different language that we translated into English.
Yes, so exactly. It was a bestseller in Spain, and so we translated that content
it's a two-way street.
It is.
Yay. And we have a lot of authors, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the publication process, like how we find people, how people find us, and the length of time it takes to bring something to market.
Okay. Well, all of our content now is funneled through our communities of practice managers. They're the content experts that are out there focusing on one particular area and acquiring content for that, and that can cover a variety of products, as we discussed, InfoLine or books. But they're out there in the industry finding out what people want to hear about, what they want to read about, and then a lot of people come to them with great ideas. So they will work with an author on a proposal and an outline and just start getting something going for a manuscript. Some people already have books written that they are just looking to publish. So the whole process itself can probably take close to a year, depending on if you've written your manuscript or not as an author. Once the communities of practice managers have decided this is something for ASTD, then they would bring it to me in press, sign a contract, and then it enters the production schedule, which takes about 4 to 6 months. That's kind of the second half. And we take it all the way from a raw manuscript to work on the structure, the content, and then line editing, proofs, design. We do everything here, and that kind of completes the process. As I said, the final steps are actually making those digital files while we're getting the books printed.
We have a lot of titles, and we have a lot of known authors, the Phillips, Elaine Beek, some of the big names in the industry. We are also in search of new authors.
Yes, we are always in search of new authors. It's great to have some of these seasoned authors that are known as being part of ASTD Press. But we also love to have a balance and get new ideas. I would say in the past couple of years, probably about half of our books we've published have been by first-time authors. So we really encourage people to reach out and share their ideas and what they want to read about and what they think the people that they serve want to read about.
And I think that's one of the things that makes ASTD Press unique, because we really are out there searching for new voices and new ideas to bring to the profession. It's part of our role as a professional society to do that, but I think it also is an indicator of the kind of relationship that people have once they step into deciding to publish with ASTD Press. And I wanted to talk to you, Ashley, about what makes us different, like the value proposition for authors that are looking for a place to publish their work. Why come to ASTD Press?
I think one of the things is, as you just touched on, that part of ASTD, we're here to serve the profession and make it better. So we're really committed to that. And then when we put books and content out there, people really look to us as the leading resource. So your content already has a certain degree of
cachet.
Exactly, yes, just by being published by ASTD Press. The other part of it is that because we are a smaller department as far as publishing houses go, we really work very closely one-on-one with our authors. They're getting a lot of personal contact. They know that we are committed to making their title the best that it can be, from beginning manuscript ideas through, how do you really want it to look, and making sure that nothing is just pushed through the process. We really spend a lot of time on it, and then we bring in our other departments, because we're also full service. We have full marketing efforts that we work with the authors on with our marketing department. Our creative team designs great covers and interior design, so everything's done here, and we really want, it's a collaborative relationship with the authors to really make their book fulfill their vision as well as ours. And it's always, when we go to conferences and we get to meet our authors face to face and see how excited they are, it always, everyone seems to be really happy with the final product.
Well, and that's one of the things that you mentioned, because I think one of the things that sets ASTD Press apart is the fact that because we are a professional society and we do have conferences, it is not uncommon to find our authors also presenting their work at these conferences, and I think that is a value add, really, for ASTD Press.
Yes, it is. It really kind of ties everything together.
And we have also seen, not many cases, but a few cases where we've actually created conferences out of book titles. The most obvious one is the Telling 8 Training bestseller. Bestseller. But we are open to that too. So seeing where content really resonates with an audience, and then even extending that further, is something that the association can do.
Right, exactly. And conferences, small workshops, there are really a lot of possibilities out there.
Which is cool. I wanted to step back real quickly on InfoLine, though, because I think that as a gateway to a relationship with ASTD, that might be something that new authors would consider. And so how would somebody who's watching now, who's got a really great idea and has a great success with a particular thing that they've developed, how would they start that conversation with us?
They'd start the conversation really just by submitting some kind of proposal. It doesn't have to be a fully formulated book idea. All of our submission guidelines and style and contact information is all on the ASTD website under the Publications Books tab. So you could get all the information there that you need in terms of who do I reach out to and how do I put this together. But InfoLine is a great way for newly published or wanting to be newly published authors to get started. Sometimes they might even think that it's only, I wanted to write this blog post, but then really they have great tips or really specific techniques and job aids. It actually could be fleshed out into something, a 20-page info line. And that's a great way to get started and get their name out there as a published author.
And info lines are published on a monthly basis, so we are a
we're
content machine.
We're constantly looking for new authors and new ideas and topics to cover for InfoLine.
Well, Ashley, thank you for taking time away from the dotting of I's and crossing of T's to tell us a little bit
pleasure.
About ASTD Press. Again, books, info lines, established authors, established manuscripts, new ideas, great content. That's what ASTD Press produces. It's what we're looking for. And if you have questions about how to become a published author with us, go to the ASTD website, check out the Publications tab, and look for information on how to connect with us. Thanks so much for joining us.